40,000 customers. Tracked by Jerry.ai, one job, cabin air filter swap. Charged anywhere from $40 to $231 for 5 minutes of work. That's not parts cost. That's not labor cost. That's pure dealer markup wrapped in a service ticket. I'm counting down 15 hacks that make most mechanic visits pointless. The fixes you'll see cost between $0 and $10. The shop bills they replace run into the hundreds. But the number one hack? It's something you've been quietly buying every 15,000 miles since you got your driver's license. The fix takes 90 seconds and a $12 part. Quick preview before we start. There's a $4 Lysol can that replaces a $400 AC repair. There's a $3 bottle of alcohol that doubles your wiper life. There's a $7 silicone spray that saves your door seal from a $200 replacement. And there's the cabin filter scam I just opened with, coming in at number 2, counting down. Let's get into it. Quick disclaimer before we start, the tips and guides in this video are for educational purposes only. Every vehicle is different, so please use this information at your own risk. We are not responsible for any damage or injury that may occur. When in doubt, always consult a professional mechanic. Hack number 15. Lift your wiper arms straight up off the windshield before you walk away on cold or dewy nights. 2 seconds, $0. The simplest move in this entire video. Here's what nobody tells you. Frost and heavy dew freeze the rubber blade onto the glass overnight. You hop in next morning. You hit the wiper switch. The motor pulls. The frozen rubber rips. You drive the next week with streaks. Then you buy a new set for $25 to $40. According to Westside Hyundai's official maintenance guide in Eagle Ridge GM, this single habit extends wiper life by months. Cost math. Free versus $50 a year on premature wiper replacements. And here's the kicker. The shop never mentions this trick because torn wiper rubber means you're back buying blades. Sounds too easy? Wait until you hear what costs $7 and saves a $200 door seal. Hack number 14. Silicone spray on your rubber door seals. The problem nobody warns you about. Cold morning, you yank the handle, the seal rips because water froze it to the metal frame. Or worse, the rubber slowly cracks from UV exposure over years of summer heat. Body shop quote, to replace one door seal, $200 to $400 per door. The fix. WD-40 Specialist Silicone, not regular WD-40, the Specialist Silicone version. About $7 at any auto parts store. Spray it on a clean microfiber rag, not directly on the rubber. Wipe down every door seal. Hit the trunk gasket while you're there. Lasts about 2 weeks per application. One critical note, do not use standard WD-40 on rubber. The petroleum solvents in the original formula dry out and crack rubber over time. Only the Specialist Silicone formula is safe for seals. Cost math. $7 versus $200 for a single replacement. And here's the kicker. The same can works on your trunk hinges, hood latch, and sunroof tracks. One purchase, 5 jobs. Hack number 13. White vinegar in water for bug splatter on your windshield. Bug guts contain acid. Leave them baking on the glass too long, they eat into the wiper coating and start etching the windshield itself. Specialty bug remover at the parts store runs $12 to $18 a bottle. Marketing on the label, not chemistry. Mix 50-50 white vinegar and water in a spray bottle. About $1 total. Westside Hyundai's official guide confirms this combo dissolves bug protein in bird-dropping acid faster than most commercial cleaners. One critical limitation. Do not let vinegar touch your paint or the trim around your windshield. Acetic acid degrades clear coat. Rinse with plain water immediately after wiping. Glass only. Cost math. $1 versus $15 for the same job every year. And here's the kicker. Same bottle pulls hard water spots off your side windows after a rainstorm. 2 jobs, same buck. Hack number 12. A dryer sheet under the front seat. That musty smell that builds up over a few weeks. Acidic particles from food, sweat, exhaust seeping through the vents. Most drivers buy hanging air fresheners. The cheap ones smell like a chemical factory. The quality subscriptions cost $30 a year. Slide a bounce sheet under each front seat. Replace once a month. 10 cents per sheet. It absorbs odor instead of masking it. And here's the kicker. The static cleaning agent in the sheet repels dust off your dashboard and door panels. Your microfiber cloth lasts twice as long because it's not loading up with cabin dust every clean. 3 hacks down, 12 to go. Now, before we get to the ones that save real money, let me ask you something. If hack 14 just saved you from a frozen door tomorrow morning, hit that like button. That single click is the only signal that tells YouTube to keep this video out of the algorithm graveyard. Now, the next hack is gonna make you angry. The fix costs $4. The shop charges $400. Same problem, 1/100th the price. And it gets worse from there. Hack number 11. WD-40 Specialist Silicone in your power window tracks. Stuck windows. The dreaded grinding sound when you press the button. Window won't go all the way up. The dealer pulls a $150 diagnostic fee just to look at it. Replacement motor? Another $300 to $500. Most of the time, the motor isn't dead. The rubber seals lining the window track have hardened and grip the glass like a vise. The motor is fine, it's just fighting glue. Spray a clean rag with the same specialist silicone from hack 14. Roll the window all the way down. Wipe the silicone along the inside edge of the rubber tracks. Roll up, roll down, 3 cycles. Done. $6 versus $400. One can does every window in your car for years. And here's the kicker. The same trick prevents windows from freezing shut in winter. 2 seasonal problems, 1 rag. Hack number 10. Petroleum jelly on your battery terminals. That white, crusty buildup around the posts? Sulfuric acid corrosion. It blocks the current. Your car cranks slower. Eventually, it won't start. The shop charges $40 to $80 for a battery service every 3 months because the corrosion keeps coming back. According to AutoZone's official DIY protocol, after you clean the terminals, smear a thin layer of petroleum jelly on each post before you reattach the cables. The jelly creates a moisture barrier. Acid vapors can't condense on the metal, corrosion can't restart. A jar of Vaseline costs less than $1 and lasts you decades. The shop's quarterly service runs $320 a year. And here's the kicker. The shop knows this trick. They don't mention it because they want you back in 3 months. Their business model depends on the corrosion coming back. Hack number 9. Clean your AC vents with a soft brush and a microfiber cloth. Every breath you take in the cabin passes through those plastic slats. They collect dust, pollen, pet dander, and bacteria that cause allergic reactions you might be blaming on something else entirely. Shop AC service cleaning? $60 to $120 per visit. Grab a soft paintbrush, dust the slats, wrap a microfiber cloth around a thin ruler or chopstick. Slide between each louver, pull the dust out. 5 minutes per vent, free. According to Consumer Reports and automotive technical guides, this should be done seasonally. Spring for pollen, fall for dust before heater season. And here's the kicker. After every drive, run the fan on high for 60 seconds with the AC compressor off. It dries condensation off the evaporator. Mold can't grow on a dry surface. That move sets up the next hack perfectly. Hack number 8. The $4 Lysol can that replaces a $400 AC repair. Musty smell every time you turn on the AC? That's not a worn compressor. That's not a failing dryer. That's mold growing on your evaporator from condensation buildup over months. Last summer, a customer rolled into my shop, Honda, CRV. 3 different shops had quoted her $420 for a new AC dryer. She was about to write the check. I asked her one question. Does the smell fade after a few minutes of driving? She said, yes. 6 minutes later, she drove out with $416 still in her pocket. Here's exactly what we did. Consumer Reports calls this the plenum trick. AutoZone's DIY guide documents the same protocol. Pop your hood, find the air intake vents at the base of your windshield, right where the wipers sit. That's the plenum. That's where outside air enters your AC system. Turn the fan on low. Roll the windows down. Spray Lysol disinfectant. Spray 3 liberally into both sides of the plenum vent. The fan pulls the disinfectant across the evaporator. It kills the mold colony at the source. $4. 6 minutes. Smell gone. The math gets brutal. Lysol can, $4. Dryer replacement, $320 to $400. That's a 100 times multiplier. The industry charges for a problem you can fix during a coffee break. And here's the kicker. Run the fan dry for 60 seconds after every drive like Hack 9 taught you, and the mold never comes back. Hack number 7. Sandpaper for your wiper blade edge. Even after you clean wipers properly, sometimes they still streak. The rubber edge has worn flat against the glass. New blade time? Or save 25 bucks? According to Eagle Ridge GM's official guide, light passes with 1000 grit sandpaper along the rubber edge reveal fresh, sharp rubber underneath. Gentle, even strokes, only on the contact edge. A pack of 1000 grit sheets costs $3 and gives you 4 to 6 restore cycles per blade. One important limitation: if the rubber is cracked, brittle, or has chunks missing, sandpaper won't save it. That blade is done. Replace it. And here's the kicker. Combine this with the alcohol trick coming up at Hack 3, and you'll forget where the wiper aisle even is. But the next one is going to make you reach for the headlight aisle instead, and there's a critical reason you need to think twice before grabbing what's on the shelf. Hack number 6. Toothpaste on your foggy headlights. Yellowed, cloudy headlights cut your night vision by up to 60%. Pedestrians vanish in the dark. Lane lines blur. The shop charges $50 to $100 per pair for professional restoration. Grab any white toothpaste paste, not gel, in a damp microfiber cloth. Rub in tight circles. 5 minutes per headlight. The mild abrasives polish surface oxidation right off. Your headlights look brighter immediately. But here's the limitation nobody on TikTok mentions. AAA tested every restoration method. Toothpaste alone lasts 1 to 2 months. Proper kits with UV sealant, 15 to 30 bucks, last 2 to 3 years and restore 70% of original light output. Cost math. Toothpaste, free. Kit, $15. Pro service, $80. Use toothpaste as a stopgap before a long night drive when storms are coming. Then buy a real kit Saturday morning and seal the headlight properly with UV Protect It. Otherwise, you're polishing the same lens every 6 weeks for the rest of the car's life. And here's the kicker. The next hack uses the cheapest household ingredient you already own, and it can save you from getting stranded in a parking lot. Hack number 5. Baking soda and water for battery terminal corrosion. You've seen this hack everywhere. Most versions on TikTok skip the part that can hurt you. Here's the AutoZone official protocol, the version that won't blow up in your face. First, the warning. Mechanic Sherwood, 25 years in the trade, has seen batteries explode mid-cleaning. The hydrogen gas they release is flammable. Wear safety glasses. Wear gloves. Disconnect the negative terminal first. Always. Now, the fix. Mix 1 tablespoon of baking soda with 1 cup of water. Pour onto the corroded posts. The solution bubbles as it neutralizes the sulfuric acid. Scrub with a wire brush or an old toothbrush. Rinse with clean water. Dry completely. Reattach positive first, negative second. Then apply the petroleum jelly seal from Hack 10. Cost math. $1 versus $40 to $80 at a shop. And here's the kicker. Combine this with Hack 10 and you'll never clean the same terminal twice. Your battery lifespan jumps from 4 years to 6 or 7. Hack number 4. Baking soda paste for carpet stains and cabin odors. Spilled coffee. Pet accidents. That mystery smell you can't track. Pro Detail Service runs $50 to $150 to neutralize odors properly. The science here is simple. Most cabin odors come from acidic particles, food residue, sweat, tobacco, dairy, spills. Baking soda sits at a pH of 8 to 9. It chemically neutralizes acid molecules instead of masking the smell. Mix 3 tablespoons of baking soda with enough water to form a thick paste. Spread it on the stain. Let it sit 15 minutes. Scrub gently with a toothbrush. Vacuum thoroughly when dry. Cost math. $1 versus $80 at a detail shop. One limitation. Don't use this on leather seats, it dries out the natural oils. Fabric and carpet only. For leather, stick to a damp cloth and mild soap. And here's the kicker. Sprinkle dry baking soda directly on the carpet before bed. Vacuum it up next morning. Even chronic dog smell disappears. It doesn't mask the smell, it chemically destroys it. Hack number 3. 70% isopropyl alcohol to restore your wiper blades. This closes the loop from hack 7. Sandpaper restored the worn rubber. Alcohol restores the chemistry on the surface. The streaking and chattering you've been blaming on dead blades? It's not the rubber dying. It's an oily film of road grime, exhaust residue, and tar mist coating the contact edge. The rubber underneath is fine, it's just suffocating. There's a fleet mechanic in Erie, Pennsylvania named Arthur Pendleton. He runs 40 delivery vans through lake-effect snow and humid summer storms. He buys the cheapest blades his supplier offers and replaces them once a year. His secret? He wipes each blade down every 2 weeks with a microfiber soaked in 70% isopropyl alcohol. Pinch the rubber. Pull down firm. Clean section. Repeat. One critical note. Use 70%, not 90%. The 90% evaporates before it can dissolve tar and sap. Monthly cleaning at most overuse strips the rubber's natural oils and ages them faster. Cost math. A $3 bottle of alcohol versus a $25 wiper set every 6 months? That's $50 saved every year, indefinitely. And here's the kicker. Hack number 2 is the one I opened this video with, and the cost contrast is even worse than I let on. Hack number 2. Replace your own cabin air filter. Remember the 40,000 customers I opened this video with? Here's what those numbers actually mean when you break them down. Jerry.ai's pricing data, cross-referenced with mechanic insights and consumer reports, paints the same brutal picture. Average shop charge for a cabin filter swap, $78 to $106. Dealer charge climbs to $231. The filter itself? $12 on Amazon. Sometimes less if you skip the OEM badge. The job. Open your glove box. Press the 2 side tabs. The whole compartment swings down on its hinges. Behind it sits a rectangular plastic frame holding the old filter. Pull it out. If it looks like a vacuum cleaner bag, you're overdue. Slide the new one in arrow pointing the direction your manual specifies. Reseat the glove box. 5 minutes. You don't need tools. You don't need experience. You don't even need to lift the hood. The math. $12 filter plus 5 minutes versus $231 for the same exact result. That's a 95% markup. That's pure dealer overhead. The filter cost is identical to what you'd pay online. Everything above $12 is the privilege of letting them open your glove box for you. One important limitation. Some BMW dual filter systems and certain Tesla models have under-cowl filter access that genuinely requires shop tools and time. For the other 90% of vehicles on the road, glove box access is the standard. And the standard is always DIY. But none of these compare to what's coming at number 1. Because that one? You've been buying it every 15,000 miles since the day you got your driver's license. And the markup is somehow even worse than the cabin filter. Hack number 1. Replace your own engine air filter. This is the one I teased at the start. The one you've been quietly buying every 15,000 miles since the day you first sat behind a steering wheel. Every gas car on the road has one. It sits inside a black plastic box under the hood, secured by 4 metal clips, or 2 screws depending on your make. Pop the clips, lift the lid, pull the old filter out, drop the new one in. Reseal, 3 to 5 minutes. Filter cost online, under $20. Often $12 for an OEM spec match. The same exact filter the shop uses. Sometimes literally the same brand, same box, same factory. Shop charge for the identical job, $40 to $142 at independents and quick lube chains. Dealer charge averages $96 and climbs to $142 according to industry pricing data. Run the math over the life of your car. A $76 average overcharge per filter swap. Every 12 to 15,000 miles. 25 years of typical ownership. Roughly $1,500 of cumulative markup for a 5-minute job diagrammed in your owner's manual. Toyota shows you how. Honda shows you how. Ford shows you how. The exact procedure sits in Chapter 3 of every owner's manual ever printed. And the dealership still charges you $90 to do what the manufacturer literally drew you a picture of. The cheapest part on your car. The most expensive labor markup in the shop. 4 clips between you and over $1,000 across your driving years. That's hack number 1. That's the quiet little lie they've been getting away with for 30 years. 15 hacks. 15 ways to keep your money out of someone else's pocket. None of these require special tools. None require a license. None require more than 10 minutes of your Saturday. So here's my question for you. What's the most outrageous mechanic charge you've ever paid for one of these exact jobs? Drop the dollar amount and the job in the comments. Let's see who got hit hardest. I read every comment for the first 24 hours after I post. If even one of these hacks saves you from your next overcharge, hit that like button. 2 seconds. That's how another driver finds this video tomorrow morning. Saturday, I'm dropping the 7 brake pad brands mechanics quietly stopped recommending, including 2 you'll find on every parts store shelf right now. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Click the notification bell. It's the only way YouTube actually tells you when I post. You didn't need a mechanic for any of these. You just needed someone willing to tell you the truth. Every script, edit, and voiceover on this channel is crafted with real human expertise, not mass-produced content. If this helped you, subscribe for more.